Hello everybody, it's Jade PLAYSGAMES back again for another Ark Survival Evolved news video. Guys, do you remember me kicking off about the price of Xbox One rentable servers from NITRADO? I told you guys how they was going to be more expensive than the PS4. In fact, they were going to be really more expensive even than the PS4. I expected sometimes for them to be a little bit more expensive than PC, but they came out with some ridiculous prices due to Microsoft's 30% charge on all their products they sell through Xbox Live. If you don't know, Xbox rentable servers will be sold through Xbox Live and they take a charge, or they take a cut out of every single thing they sell online, which is 30%. Good news! NITRADO have realised they made a bit of a mistake and they have done some work to reduce the price of the servers. I like to say it was down to me and my continual badgering and harassing of people online about the prices, but apparently it's not. It's to do with the tax system in the USA. So NITRADO have just detailed a great big massive blog. You can go and read it here, and it just lists what happened, what was the reasons why they made a mistake, calculating exactly how much the prices were. It is to do with taxes and taxes in the US law. So lots of good news for most people. These are relevant to obviously US people that will be hosting their servers or buying their servers, so you will pay less for the servers than previously stated. We're going to go through exactly how much that is. For the rest of the world, there is some slight changes that make the prices maybe a little bit better for certain servers, so I'm going to list them off as well. I'm not going to read through all this, it is boring as heck. Well, it's not boring. If you want to read it, I'll leave the link in the description down below. They've tried to make it funny, which is all good and everything else, but they just basically forgot to include that the USA doesn't actually charge taxes. Well, most states don't charge taxes on purchases like this. Normally when you do, you have to put taxes on top of everything, so they included the price that had the taxes on top, but it turns out servers and stuff like that don't necessarily have the same taxes. So let's break the prices down in dollars. We're going to go through dollars first. It's dollars where the savings are. There aren't that many savings being made. Unfortunately, if you're in Europe or UK, you're still going to be paying quite an expensive server compared to everyone else. But they have some calculations for some of them. So basically 10 slots and 50 slots are going to be slightly cheaper if you live in the UK or Europe. But anyway, let's go through the US dollars. So currently, right now, it's only going to cost you $14. We'll round it up. $14 for a 10 slot server per month. Previously, it would have cost you $18.50 for that same server. Now, bearing in mind the taxes are still applicable, so if you live in a state that you know charges extra tax or tax on top of your online purchases via Microsoft, there is a chance you still may pay a tiny bit more. But I do believe, according to the NITRADO statement, that doesn't really apply to most people, so that's why they've changed the prices. 20 slots is $22, and you can see here it was going to be $29. That's a $7 decrease in price, which is great stuff. 32 slots is $35. 32 slots is $46. So again, it just starts going up and up and up to crazy prices. 50 slots is the one that they've changed as well for the UK and Europe. We'll go through them in a minute. $54, call it, instead of $72.50. That is a massive saving. You know, I don't care. People saying now it's only a couple dollars. I'm looking at you, Captain Redneck. But over time, and if you had some of the biggest slots, you would have been paying through the nose. You would have been paying hundreds more throughout the course of a year just for the same thing that everyone else was getting for the same price. So of course it mattered. It really mattered. 70 slots, $74.50, $96.50. So a massive saving now. And then 100 slots, $98.50, $128. So again, huge savings. What about Europe and everything that goes along that? Well, as you can see, Europe is $13.99, and that's for 10 slots. The old price was $14.49, so not much. A pound 50, a euro 50. I don't use euros; we use sterling in UK, but it's not much different. So it's fantastic they've done a little bit at least. It's still really expensive, but I'll let it lie. I'll let it lie. And you can see there in the UK, it's going to cost you £11.74 for a 10 slot server. So it's not that much really over the course of a month. There's no savings to be had though for the rest of the time. In Europe it's exactly the same prices as it was, except for the 50 slots. They've reduced the 50 slots down from 55, so call it 56 euros, down to 54, a €2 saving. I'm still not very happy with that. I still think more could be done by wildcard to secure, to up, make the changes and to, supplement the price of the servers. And yes, I've had lots of people disagreeing with Matt, saying it's not wildcard's fault, they did everything they could. But we won't know they did everything they could because they're not about to reveal their business plans and exactly how they actually done it. So we have to take it on face value that they spent 3 months, because these servers are 3 months late, doing not much because they couldn't actually get a reduction on the price of the servers. So yeah, it's going to be the same price for the rest of the server prices in Europe. So yes, there's no saving really for UK people. There's just a tiny one, or the actual European people. Canada, they never revealed the prices, what they were going to be in Canadian dollars, so I can't compare, unfortunately. So why did it matter? Why was I getting upset? Well, for this reason. Previously, it was going to cost you $18.50 for a 10-slot server on an Xbox One. That same server would only cost you $13 on a PS4. That's what pissed me off. That's what was driving me nuts. I couldn't see why or how they got so many different prices. You see, a 32-slot PS4 server was going to be $31.85. You can see here the PS4's got servers, 32 slots, $31, and you can see it was going to be $46 nearly for an Xbox One server. So that was crazy that we was going to be paying $15 more just for that. So what do you do? Well, if you're in the UK and you've got serious plans about getting a big server, one of these servers that's got 100 slots or 70 slots, even 50 slots, I would recommend you get one of your American peoples to actually buy the server and you contribute to that. Particularly obviously if they're going to be paying less taxes. And you'll be able to do that in different ways. Currently, right now, if you go to an actual donation page, you can see you can donate to people. So people that are running the servers can actually receive money. It's a really good, safe way. If you come across some servers that are doing things via Facebook, via PayPal, any of them accounts, just question exactly, how much and where's that actually going to. At least with this, it goes directly to that server host and it's paying for the actual cost of the server and it's not going towards their back pocket. I'll be doing another video talking about dodgy server hosts and why some people are making an absolute killing off the back of Ark and renting servers out, and why maybe you should be a little bit more careful about what servers you join. But that'll be coming in a future video. So here you can see the donations. It says if someone wants to support the server, how do they do it? They're currently working on a feature that they're calling server boosting. That means you'll be able to purchase small chunks of runtime for an already running server you don't own yourself. This will make it easier to split the server costs among multiple people if you and your friends should decide to do so. It won't be available on launch, but it's something they plan before the next month's timings come out. The app will be available in the next few days as well. They're launching the app, so you should be able to purchase, do what you want to do on the app on the Microsoft Store. So that's good to see as well. So then it's exactly the same as the PlayStation. You can use an app to access the server, make changes, shut the server down, open the server back up. You can do all that on an app actually on the PS4 already, just from your phone. So that's really good stuff. So I'm really pleased. I am really pleased they've managed to do something. I'm really pleased they made a mistake in the first place. So it means that hopefully some people will be benefiting from some reduced prices. And like I said, if you are a UK host, it may be well worth considering getting a friend or someone, a partner on the server to actually put the cost through themselves on their end so that you don't have to pay more money for a server. And when you do buy servers and things like that, there are different options. You can choose exactly where it's hosted depending on the slots free. They've got lots of places all over the world. You can change the location here, so you can put it pretty much anywhere you want. Obviously depending on where there's space though. I don't think it's the end of the world. If you don't see your location you want, just go to the nearest one to you. My servers are actually run from Germany, most of them, so that's why we're not that fussed and we get pretty decent connection. FYI, NITRADO do sponsor me. I do get servers provided from them, but it doesn't stop me from asking them or taking them into account if I think that they're not doing their best. And I feel like they've probably done what they need to do. They've obviously corrected a mistake. It is a shame they still can't do more for the European and UK people that want to rent a server, but there are ways around that if you're careful and if you're a bit clever. So there we go, cheaper servers for the majority of people. Over 60% of players who play Ark are from the USA. So it's good to see there is some savings being made due to the mistake, and slightly on the Trado's part where they've tried to look at the most popular servers and reduce it. Even just a tiny bit is better than nothing at all. As ever, for all the Ark Survival Evolved news, any other game news, I am there first. Make sure you've got notifications turned on, you've hit subscribe, and hit that like button. I need some likes, people. God damn it. And I'll see you ratbags later on.